Welcome to UnMundane. Buckle up.
The US has the most advanced warships on Earth, bristling with cutting-edge sensors and weaponry, patrolling sensitive waters off the coast of California. Now imagine those same warships being shadowed, tracked, even swarmed for hours, night after night, by unidentified aerial objects performing maneuvers that defy easy explanation. This isn't science fiction. This happened in July 2019. Multiple US Navy destroyers encountered fleets of unknown objects, and the official record confirms it, leaving behind a cascade of baffling questions that ripple right up to the highest levels of command. What truly visited the Navy's training grounds that summer? The waters off Southern California, near San Clemente and Catalina Islands, are crucial training areas for the US Pacific Fleet. In mid-July 2019, several Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, including the USS Kidd, USS Russell, USS Paul Hamilton, USS John Finn, and USS Ralph Johnson, were operating in this sensitive zone. Under normal circumstances, their powerful radar systems provide unparalleled situational awareness. But what transpired over several nights starting July 14th was far from normal. On the evening of July 14th, around 10 p.m., the deck logs for the USS Kidd report the activation of its Snoopy team, ship nautical or otherwise photographic interpretation and examination. The reason? Investigating unidentified aerial vehicles, or UAVs. Log entries described seeing at least 2, possibly more, objects. Later entries on the USS John Finn mentioned up to 6 objects hovering near the ship, exhibiting flashing white or red lights, matching the destroyer's speed of around 16 knots in low visibility conditions. These weren't brief sightings. The encounters persisted for extended periods, far exceeding the typical battery life of commercially available drones at the time. The strangeness wasn't confined to a single ship or a single night. On July 15th, the USS Russell reported similar encounters. Its Snoopy team was activated. The logs describe objects maneuvering above the ship, sometimes at altitudes up to 1,000 feet, seemingly observing the naval vessels. The USS Ralph Johnson also logged multiple radar contacts and sightings of red flashing lights. Leaked information, including radar screen photos and short video clips associated with filmmaker Jeremy Corbell, purportedly shows some of these encounters. One clip appears to depict multiple triangular or pyramid-shaped objects with flashing lights, allegedly filmed from the USS Russell. While the exact context and timing of all leaked visuals remain debated, they paint a picture consistent with the ship logs. Multiple unknown objects operating in a coordinated or at least persistent manner around the warships. What were these objects? The initial log entries often use the term UAV or drone, likely the default assumption, but their reported capabilities raise serious questions. How could multiple objects maintain position relative to moving warships for hours, potentially in darkness or poor visibility? What propulsion system allowed them to hover or keep pace without obvious engine signatures? If they were drones, whose were they? Operating so brazenly in such numbers around a US Navy training exercise implies either an incredibly advanced and audacious surveillance operation by a known adversary or something else. Related incidents around the same period, like footage allegedly showing a spherical object tracked by the nearby USS Omaha descending smoothly into the Pacific Ocean, only deepen the mystery. The Navy's response, as documented in the logs, shows clear concern. Ships initiated specific counter-UAV procedures. Snoopy teams were activated repeatedly. Information was relayed up the chain of command. The ships went to restricted maneuvering status, limiting their movements due to the presence of these unknown objects. Yet, despite possessing some of the most sophisticated detection and defense systems in the world, there is no public record indicating the Navy was able to successfully intercept, disable, or definitively identify the source or nature of these objects over those nights. They appeared, they observed, and they eventually departed, seemingly at will. The official stance from the Department of Defense and the Navy has been minimal. While acknowledging widespread UAP incursions into military training ranges are a serious concern for flight safety and national security, a key driver behind the formation of the UAP Task Force and ARO, they have offered no specific public explanation for the 2019 swarm events. Who was operating these objects? What technology were they using? What was their intent? The questions hang heavy in the air, unanswered by official sources. The Catalina Island swarm incidents represent a significant marker in the modern UAP story. It's not an isolated light in the sky, but multiple advanced military vessels concurrently documenting encounters with numerous persistent, unidentified objects exhibiting advanced characteristics. It forces a confrontation with uncomfortable possibilities. Is a terrestrial adversary testing highly advanced drone swarm technology in secret, or are we witnessing evidence of something beyond conventional explanations, operating with impunity in restricted airspace? The lack of clear answers, contrasted with the stark reality recorded in official Navy logs, creates a truly mind-bending scenario, challenging our assumptions about security, technology, and what might share our skies and seas. The swarm over the Pacific in 2019 remains a chilling, unresolved chapter in the ongoing saga of unidentified anomalous phenomena.